Eastern Pacific Ocean. Venezuelan pirates operating go-fast boat. High-speed drug trafficking vessel. Length, 40 feet. Fiberglass construction. Triple outboard engines. Each, 300 horsepower. Combined, 900 horsepower. Maximum speed, 65 knots. Crew, 7. Armed with AK-47 rifles, PKM machine guns, RPG-7 rocket launchers. Cargo, 2 tons cocaine. Street value, $60 million. These weren't ordinary traffickers. These were Venezuelan military deserters. Former special operations. Combat trained, heavily armed, desperate, violent, until United States Coast Guard intercepted. USCGC Richard Etheridge, Sentinel-class fast response cutter. Displacement, 353 tons. Length, 154 feet. Crew, 24, armed with 25mm Mk-38 chain gun, 450 caliber machine guns, sniper rifles. Speed, 28 knots. Conducting counter-narcotics patrol, standard operations, professional execution, until pirates opened fire. RPG-7 rockets. Direct attack on American vessel. Crew endangered. The retaliation that followed was brutal, immediate, merciless. What happened next became legend. Venezuelan pirates eliminated. Cocaine seized. Strategic message delivered. USCGC Richard Etheridge, WPC 1102. Sentinel-class fast response cutter. Modern design. Advanced capability. Commander Marcus Williams commanded. 12 years Coast Guard experience. Multiple counter-narcotics deployments. He observed suspicious vessel. Go-fast boat. High speed. Erratic course. Drug trafficking profile. He ordered intercept. Professional approach. Standard procedures. Suspect vessel. This is United States Coast Guard. Stop your engines. Prepare for boarding inspection. Venezuelan pirates crew. Former Venezuelan Marine Corps. Dishonorable discharge. Criminal organization. Years experience. Combat training. Heavy weapons. Leadership. Captain Eduardo Ramirez. Former Special Operations Officer. Cashiered. Criminal. Violent. He observed Coast Guard cutter approaching. Professional vessel. Armed. Dangerous. But his cargo, $60 million. His crew, desperate. His orders, fight if necessary. He transmitted to crew, prepare weapons. If Americans board, we fight. At 2:47 p.m. local time, Venezuelan go-fast boat refused to stop. Maintained speed, 60 knots, evasive maneuvers. Commander Williams ordered, pursue, maintain contact, request backup. USCGC Richard Etheridge accelerated. Maximum speed, 28 knots, insufficient. Go-fast boat pulling away. Range, 1,000 yards, 1,500 yards, 2,000 yards. Gap increasing. Commander Williams ordered, deploy over the horizon boat, armed boarding team, intercept suspect vessel. Which asset provides best pursuit capability against fast drug boats? A. Helicopter. B. Armed RHIB. C. Multiple coordinated assets. At 2:52 p.m., MH-65D Dolphin helicopter launched from Richard Etheridge, Coast Guard Aviation, Air Station Miami, Pilot Lieutenant Jennifer Rodriguez, Tactical Coordinator Petty Officer Sarah Thompson, armed with M240 machine gun, plus boarding team aboard Richard Etheridge, 8 Coast Guardsmen, armed with M4 carbines, body armor, professional equipment, rigid hull inflatable boat deployed, high-speed pursuit, 70 knots maximum, faster than go-fast boat, closing gap, range, 2,000 yards, 1,800 yards, 1,600 yards. Stay with me. What happened in next 8 minutes 17 seconds became Coast Guard combat legend. Captain Ramirez observed helicopter overhead. American pursuit boat closing. Situation desperate. Options: surrender and face life imprisonment, or fight and possibly escape. He chose violence. Fatal decision. Catastrophic miscalculation. He ordered, prepare RPGs. Target helicopter first, then pursuit boat. We fight. At 2:57 p.m., Venezuelan pirate raised RPG-7. Shoulder-mounted rocket launcher. Aiming at helicopter. Range, 800 yards. He fired. RPG-7 rocket launched. 85mm warhead. high explosive anti-tank, unguided, slow, against maneuvering helicopter, completely ineffective. Lieutenant Rodriguez saw launch, smoke trail visible. She transmitted, taking RPG fire, evasive maneuvers. Helicopter banked hard, climbed rapidly. RPG-7 rocket passed beneath, detonated harmlessly. Ocean impact, but attack documented, recorded, evidence preserved. Pirates fired on American aircraft. Act of war. Deadly force authorized. Lieutenant Rodriguez transmitted, Richard Etheridge, taking RPG fire from suspect vessel. Hostile action confirmed. Request weapons free. Commander Williams responded instantly. Weapons free. Engage hostile vessel. Lethal force authorized. Neutralize threat. At 2:57:34 p.m., armed Coast Guard boarding team and RHIB opened fire. M4 carbines, controlled bursts, targeting pirate vessel, suppressive fire, warning shots, but pirates returned fire. AK-47 automatic, PKM machine gun, sustained fire, bullets impacting water, hitting RHIB. One Coast Guardsman wounded, shoulder hit. Body armor stopped round, but attack escalated. Professional response required. How many seconds from pirate RPG fire to lethal Coast Guard response? A. 30 seconds. B. 60 seconds. C. 90 seconds immediate. Answer at the end. This is where Global Warfare TV brings you inside counter-piracy combat operations, where Venezuelan pirates meet professional force, where RPG attacks trigger overwhelming retaliation, where Coast Guard demonstrates combat capability, superior training, superior equipment, superior violence. MH-65D helicopter descended. Combat altitude, 300 feet. Door gunner Petty Officer Thompson engaged M240 machine gun. 7.62-meter NATO. Rate of fire, 650 rounds per minute. Targeting pirate vessel. Long bursts. Devastating firepower. Rounds impacted go-fast boat. Fiberglass hull shredded. Pirates taking casualties. 2 killed instantly. 3 wounded. Captain Ramirez wounded. Leg hit. Still commanding. Still fighting. Desperate. Armed RHIB closed range. 500 yards. 300 yards. 200 yards. Point-blank range. 8 Coast Guardsmen firing. M4 carbines. Precision shots. Targeting armed pirates. Professional marksmanship. Combat training. Venezuelan pirates outmatched completely. Captain Ramirez ordered, "Fire another RPG, sink their boat." Fatal command. Last order. Second pirate raised RPG-7, aiming at RHIB. Range, 150 yards. Launched. Rocket streaked. But Coast Guard sniper on Richard Etheridge engaged. M107 50 caliber rifle. Precision shot. 1,000 yards. The round struck RPG gunner. Center mass. Body armor penetrated. Pirate killed instantly. RPG round tumbled. Impacted ocean. Detonated harmlessly. Second attack, failed. Professional intervention. Exceptional marksmanship. If you believe Coast Guard combat training makes pirate attacks suicidal, type Global Warfare in the comments. At 2:58:47 p.m., RHIB boarding team closed to 50 yards. Point-blank engagement. M4 fire devastating. Sustained. Professional. Captain Ramirez attempted PKM machine gun. Aimed at Americans. Coast Guard Petty Officer engaged first. 3-round burst. Headshots. Captain Ramirez killed instantly. Command eliminated. Pirate resistance collapsing. 5 pirates killed. 2 wounded. Surrendering. Hands raised. Weapons dropped. 8 minutes 17 seconds from first RPG to complete surrender. This is Coast Guard combat capability. This is professional violence. This is why attacking American forces fails. Commander Williams transmitted, "Helicopter, RHIB, ceasefire. Hostile vessel surrendered. Prepare for boarding and casualty evacuation." Coast Guard personnel secured go-fast boat. 7 pirates, 5 dead, 2 wounded, 0 escaped. 8 Coast Guardsmen, 1 minor wound, 7 uninjured. Cocaine, 2 tons seized. Street value, $60 million. Weapons, multiple AK-47s, 2 PKM machine guns, 3 RPG-7 launchers. Everything documented. Everything photographed. Everything preserved as evidence. What would you have done if commanding Coast Guard during RPG attack? Comment your tactical decision below. Tactical assessment revealed Venezuelan pirate catastrophic miscalculation. Fire RPG at American helicopter. Attack Coast Guard boarding team. Believe superior firepower enables escape. Ignore American combat training. Ignore professional response. Ignore overwhelming capability. Result: 5 killed, 2 captured. Cocaine seized. Vessel destroyed. Strategic disaster. Tactical failure. Complete elimination. Coast Guard boarding team demonstrated exceptional combat proficiency. Under fire. Maintained discipline. Returned fire accurately. Coordinated with helicopter. Utilized sniper support. Professional execution. 8 personnel defeated 7 armed pirates. Combat-trained military deserters. Heavily armed. Desperate. Violent. Against professional Coast Guard. Completely outmatched. Training superiority. Equipment advantage. Coordination excellence. Everything. MH-65D Dolphin helicopter proved essential combat platform. M240 door gun provided devastating suppressive fire. Maneuverability enabled RPG evasion. Communications coordinated response. Observation directed fire. These helicopters designed for multiple missions. Search and rescue. Law enforcement. Now combat operations. Against Venezuelan pirates. Completely effective. Overwhelming firepower. Professional execution. Quantity or quality in counter-piracy operations? Comment Q for quantity or L for quality. M10750 caliber sniper rifle demonstrated exceptional capability. 1,000-yard shot. Moving target. Helicopter-supported firing platform. Hit center mass. Killed RPG gunner instantly. Prevented second rocket launch. Saved boarding team lives. Coast Guard snipers train extensively. Professional marksmanship. Combat effectiveness. Against pirates. Absolute superiority. 1 shot, 1 kill. Mission accomplished. Intelligence exploitation commenced immediately. Pirates identified. Former Venezuelan military. Dishonorable discharge records. Criminal organization connections. Colombian cartel links. Everything documented. 2 wounded pirates interrogated. Revealed trafficking routes. Organization structure. Financial systems. Support networks. Complete intelligence compromise. Strategic value beyond tactical success. Venezuelan government response was embarrassing silence. Former military personnel engaged in piracy. Fired on American forces. Killed during enforcement operation. Official statements: none. Diplomatic protests: 0. Acknowledgement: minimal. When Venezuelan military deserters become pirates and attack Coast Guard, government stays silent. Reputation damaged. Military discipline questioned. Strategic embarrassment complete. Which technology dominates 2030 counter-piracy? Autonomous pursuit, AI targeting, or enhanced human teams? Comment your prediction. American diplomatic response was evidence presentation. Video footage released. RPG attacks documented. Pirate identities revealed. Venezuelan military connections exposed. Message to international community. Venezuelan military deserters operating as pirates. Armed with military weapons. Attacking American forces. Coast Guard responds with overwhelming force. Professional violence. Complete elimination. Choose sides. Support law enforcement. Or defend piracy. All nations chose law. Condemned piracy. Supported Coast Guard action. Regional allies supported American response unanimously. Colombia enhanced counter-narcotics cooperation. Ecuador committed patrol assets. Panama supported Coast Guard operations. Peru backed American action. When Venezuelan military deserters attack Coast Guard and get eliminated, region responds with increased cooperation. Intelligence sharing expanded. Patrol coordination enhanced. Strategic partnerships strengthened beyond tactical success. Congressional response was strong approval. Coast Guard engaged professionally, defeated armed pirates, seized significant narcotics, rescued wounded enemies, no American fatalities, exemplary performance, No additional funding requested. Existing training sufficient. Equipment adequate. Professional excellence demonstrated. January 15th. Validated Coast Guard combat readiness. Proved capabilities. Demonstrated superiority. The 5 dead Venezuelan pirates represented failed military training. Years invested. Special operations education. Combat experience. All wasted on piracy. Criminal enterprise. Violent attacks. Result: death. Ignominious. Deserved. Their former service dishonored. Units shamed. Venezuelan military reputation damaged. Strategic impact beyond tactical casualties. International maritime law enforcement community analyzed engagement extensively. Pirates firing on government vessels. Capital offense. RPG attacks on aircraft. Attempted murder. Armed resistance during interdiction. Justifies lethal force. American response: legal, proportional, professional. This became case study. Law enforcement training worldwide. Counter-piracy doctrine. Use of force policies. Everything. Venezuelan pirate attack educated global community. Through complete elimination. Was this engagement a legal enforcement, combat demonstration, or strategic deterrence? Leave your analysis in the comments. And while you're there, tell us, what counter-piracy operations should Global Warfare TV cover next? Your engagement shapes our content. Your support makes this possible. To pirates, understand that attacking American Coast Guard guarantees lethal response. Venezuelan pirates learned, fired RPG at helicopter, attacked boarding team, believed firepower enabled escape, 5 killed, 2 captured, cocaine seized, complete failure. This is guaranteed outcome. Coast Guard trained extensively, armed professionally, respond overwhelmingly. Don't fire on American forces. Don't attack Coast Guard. Don't test professional violence capability. To Coast Guard crews, understand that Commander Williams and boarding team showed exceptional courage. Under fire, maintained discipline, returned fire effectively, coordinated perfectly, defeated armed pirates. This is Coast Guard excellence. This is combat proficiency. When attacked, respond immediately. When engaging pirates, use overwhelming force. When protecting crew, accept no risk. January 15th proved training works. Equipment delivers. Professional violence succeeds. Eastern Pacific remains Coast Guard patrol area. Counter-narcotics operations continue. Pirate attacks answered with lethal force. RPG fire triggers overwhelming retaliation. When Venezuelan pirates attack American vessels, response brutal, immediate, merciless. Strategic message delivered, comprehensively, definitively, permanently. Allied counter-narcotics cooperation increased dramatically. Colombia committed additional patrol vessels. Ecuador enhanced intelligence sharing. Panama granted expanded support. Peru coordinated operations. When Venezuelan military deserters attack Coast Guard as pirates, region responds with increased American support. Law enforcement cooperation strengthened. Intelligence integration enhanced. Strategic partnership expanded beyond tactical elimination. If you made it this far, you understand what counter-piracy requires. You've witnessed combat operations. You've seen professional violence. You've learned why attacking Coast Guard fails. This is Global Warfare TV, where we break down law enforcement operations, where combat capability gets serious analysis, where professional response is explained, where Coast Guard excellence is celebrated. Subscribe now. Join our community of serious maritime analysts. Hit notification bell so you never miss counter-piracy operations. Support this channel by hitting like button immediately. Share this video with someone needing to understand Coast Guard combat capability. Comment your thoughts on professional violence. Your engagement helps us grow. Your support enables detailed analysis. Your passion drives this channel forward. Build Global Warfare TV community with us. 3 final questions. Which response proved most effective? Which decision prevented casualties? What counter-piracy operation should we analyze next? Drop answers below. Debate, discuss, engage. Your comments shape future content. Quiz answer. 90 seconds from pirate RPG fire to lethal Coast Guard response. From initial rocket launch at 2:57 p.m. to complete pirate surrender at 2:58:47 p.m., demonstrating that attacking American forces triggers immediate overwhelming retaliation, combining helicopter gunfire, boarding team marksmanship, and sniper precision that eliminates threats in minutes. The ocean enforces law. Venezuelan pirates trafficked cocaine. 2 tons, $60 million. Armed with military weapons. Former special operations. Combat trained. Coast Guard intercepted. Professional approach. Standard procedures. Pirates fired RPG. Attacked helicopter. Engaged boarding team. Desperate violence. Professional retaliation. M240 machine gun. M4 carbines. M107 sniper rifle. 8 minutes, 17 seconds. 5 pirates killed. 2 captured. Cocaine seized. Complete elimination. This is Coast Guard combat. This is professional violence. This is law enforcement. January 15th proved absolutely. Pirate attacks fail. Coast Guard dominates. Retaliation brutal. Immediate. Overwhelming. Permanent. Subscribe to Global Warfare TV, where we analyze counter-piracy operations demonstrating Coast Guard combat superiority. Where professional violence receives tactical breakdown. Where law enforcement gets serious analysis. Where maritime security is explained and celebrated. Where Coast Guard excellence is recognized completely. This is Global Warfare TV. This is counter-piracy reality. This is your community. Welcome aboard.